Today is Wednesday, October 29th, 2025. Still trading in the sim, but it's a nice kind of more baseline green day for me. Ended the day with $3.20 for the profit ratio. I took 30 trades. I didn't take any trades after the market opened. It was one of the slower mornings I've had for my past several trading sessions. Nothing that I really liked was moving at all. There was one ticker that popped up for maybe 10 or 15 minutes worth of moving, and it kind of settled down. Otherwise, most of the trades I took were kind of what I would consider like a B quality setup for me. Um, there was one that was moving that was on the cheaper side of my happy price range. It was below $2. I traded when it broke $1, and then when it broke like the $1.25, and then when it broke $1.50. There was one ticker I took a couple trades on that was it had a flow to like 130 million, which is far more uh, compared to what I normally trade. Um, and then that was really kind of it. So kind of a slow morning for me. I made a nice bit of profit ratio before the opening bell. So I stayed around and watched the market open, and nothing. It was the same tickers that were moving pre-market. There wasn't really anything crazy happening once the market opened as far as different tickers that I could have traded any better. So uh, just a slow day for me. So that being said, I hit 22 out of my 30 trades were winners. I averaged 18 cents a winner. My biggest winner was 44 cents. I got two of those, two 44-cent winners. So those are nice winners there. On my 8 losers, my biggest loser was 17 cents, and I averaged 9 cents per losers. So nice job losing. And my accuracy at 73% with the 9 cent versus 18-cent winner. That makes for a decent morning. So nothing crazy as far as numbers wise goes. Just kind of a nice baseline, slow morning for me. Not much else to say about that. I'll show you my best and worst moves here. And that being said, tomorrow is Thursday morning. That's going to be the day in between my 2 night shifts. So I won't be trading that at all. And then Friday will be my switchback day. And I probably won't trade that any either. Hopefully, this is Wednesday afternoon. I still haven't heard back from my offshore broker yet. So I'm hoping to get some good news there, get that rolling, and go from there. All right. This is where I made my best 2 trades on Wednesday morning. Ticker NESR 1-minute chart. And we had a really big squeeze here from the 1250 range all the way up to 1650. Came back, retested that level, and then it just basically kind of sold off. I think I only took 3 or 4 trades in this range. My first trade was on this second big green candle here. I made a 44-cent winner as we squeezed through the $16 mark. I got in, where was it, 1577 and out at 1621. It went all the way to 1648 without me, but that's fine. Settled back down. Then we tested it again, and I basically made the same trade all over again, um, and it worked out well. And then it sold off, and I kind of caught my breath for a minute because that was a pretty big rejection reversal type candle there. And we ended up breaking down below 15, came back. I was still kind of hesitant on this, but we did it again, and I ended up making another trade to kind of retest the $15 mark here. That was a 33-cent winner. And then that's kind of when it sold off. And once we broke VWAP, I kind of left it alone. It did start to curl back up here to test VWAP, maybe have a VWAP breakthrough, but I wasn't particularly watching this chart one-on-one at that time, and obviously it didn't work, so I probably would have tried to take a trade for the break of VWAP, and it wouldn't have worked, so I got away with not getting into a losing trade there. So that was cool. But my big two moves came on the top end of these two topping wicks here, and then I made another on the retest of 15, and then I left it alone. So, a few nice trades there. I wish it would have held up and maybe even climbed a little higher, but obviously it didn't, just kind of sold off. And this was one of the best tickers that I was able to trade this morning as far as my normal price range, my normal float, things like that. And it just didn't have the news catalyst to hold up. This is where I made my biggest loser on Wednesday morning. Ticker SMX. This is a 1 minute chart. I actually took two losing trades on this chart, and then I took it off my screen because this was just a total pump and dump. It ended up going, I don't know, 75 cents below where it was kind of basing before this move. This was just a few minutes after NESR took off, so I was really excited to see another stock popping up. I got in here on this first candle. It came to the ticker, or it came to the scanner as it was coming close to breaking the $5 mark. I made an entry after it broke 5. I wasn't quite quick enough to get in on this, but after it broke 5, I got in at 520. And the way this was climbing, I thought we were for sure going to break through 550 and probably hit 555 or 560. We didn't hit 540, and then it just shit the bed. I got out. I went from 522 to 505, so that was my 17-cent loser. I tried to get in again to retest $5. I got in at 488, and it didn't hold that either. I got out at 477. So back to back losers, 17 cents and 11 cents back to back on this chart. And at that point, I just let it settle down, and that was the right move because this thing just continued to shit the bed. I mean, it went just total reversal. So got a little excited, got in, and ended up just losing a little bit. Didn't blow up my day or anything. So that is what I would consider a good loser for myself. It's still a little bigger than I like. I usually like to keep them closer to 4 or 5 cents. But the way this was moving, it happened pretty quick. And I just kind of sat on it a little longer than I had to. So either way, not my worst. Could have been much worse. I got a little excited, and at this point, I think that was only my 5th or 6th trade of the morning. So I was still anxious to get going, and it didn't work out for me, but I kept it tight enough that I was able to easily clean it up and still have a green day.